I didn't notice how heavy the day had become until I finally sat down in the quiet of my room. The night had already folded itself across the sky, pressing its stillness against the windows, yet my mind remained loud. I could feel the weight of the whole day sitting on my shoulders, a weight I had carried so long that it no longer surprised me. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet tightening in my chest. Other times, it's a noise inside my head that refuses to fall silent. Tonight, it was both. I leaned back into the chair, letting the dim light spill across the room, watching shadows stretch gently across the floor. My phone buzzed with a message I didn't open. I didn't have the strength to respond, not even with a simple word. I wasn't sad in the dramatic way people imagine, no tears falling, no dramatic sighs. It was the quieter kind of exhaustion, the kind that comes from being tired for too long, from holding too much for too many days outside. The world seemed to be sleeping peacefully, but inside me, thoughts stirred like restless birds flapping their wings against the walls of my mind. Every unfinished task, every conversation I replayed, every worry I tried to ignore but couldn't, every fear I had tucked in the corners of my heart like unanswered letters, I whispered to no one and everyone at once. I'm tired. Not just tired in my body, though my bones ached. Not just tired in my mind, though it wouldn't stop turning. I was tired in a deeper place, the place where strength usually lives, the place I guard so fiercely, the place I pretend never cracks. But tonight, it cracked as I sat in that room. I wondered why exhaustion so easily found me, why my thoughts refused to rest even when my body begged for sleep, why I always felt this underlying fear, not of something specific, but of everything that might go wrong, why negative feelings crept into my heart in the quiet hours, whispering that I wasn't enough, that I might fail, that I should be doing more, being more, enduring more. It wasn't just the demands of the day. It was the pressure to keep holding myself together, to keep being strong, to keep pretending that everything was fine, even when small fractures formed beneath the surface. I feared disappointing people. I feared losing control. I feared the unknown future. I feared making the wrong decision. I feared that if I ever stopped being strong, even for a moment, everything would fall apart. These fears weren't loud screams. They were soft, constant murmurs resting under my breath. I carried them everywhere, hidden behind smiles, behind productivity, behind I'm okay. And every time life pressed a little harder, they grew heavier. Maybe the fear came from past moments when things really did fall apart. Maybe from times I tried my best and still wasn't enough. Maybe from wounds that never fully healed because I never slowed down long enough to let them dot. Maybe from forgetting that I don't have to carry everything alone. As I sat alone in the quiet room, a small thought, softer than my fears, rose in my heart. It wasn't a command. It wasn't even a realization. It was a whisper, like a hand brushing gently against my shoulder. You don't have to hold all of this by yourself. For a moment, it felt like God was sitting in the room with me, not saying much, just being there, steady and calm, not disappointed, not demanding, simply present. I remembered something simple yet profound. Rest is not a weakness. Asking for help is not failing. Letting go is not losing control. I breathed in slowly, as if inhaling peace and exhaling the tight knots inside my chest. Maybe God wasn't expecting me to be endlessly strong. Maybe God wasn't asking me to pretend. Maybe God simply wanted my honesty, my vulnerability, my tired heart exactly as it was. The universe didn't expect perfection from me, only presence, a willingness to come as I am. And so, in that small quiet room, with my exhaustion wrapped around me like a heavy blanket, I began to pray. Lord, here I am, not strong, not composed, not pretending, just me, tired, overwhelmed, and carrying too much. You see the weight I've been holding long before I speak it. You see the fears that swirl inside my thoughts, the worries I don't admit, the pressures I hide behind a steady face. You see how hard I try, how much I push, how deeply I want to do well, to be enough, to keep going. Tonight, I bring my exhaustion to you, not just the exhaustion of my body, but the exhaustion of my heart, the exhaustion of trying to be strong for too long, the exhaustion of trying to hold everything together by myself. Lord, take this weight from my shoulders. Lift off the heaviness that presses my spirit down. Enter the noisy corners of my mind that refuse to rest, and let your peace settle in like gentle rain. Speak into the storms inside me and say, be still. I am tired of being caught between wanting rest and feeling guilty for needing it. Tired of constantly thinking, analyzing, worrying, fearing. Tired of the what-ifs that keep me awake at night. Tired of the uncertainty that tightens my chest. Tired of acting like I'm okay when I'm quietly falling apart inside. Lord, I surrender to you the thoughts that never stop turning, the memories that still hurt, the fears that make me doubt myself, the insecurities that whisper that I'm not enough, the pressures that tell me I must keep going even when my soul begs for stillness. Wrap my mind in your peace, not the kind the world gives, but the kind that sinks deep into the heart and steadies it. Give rest to my mind. Give peace to my soul. Give softness to the parts of me that have hardened from carrying too much. Teach me to pause without fear. Teach me to rest without guilt. Teach me to breathe without anxiety. Teach me to trust that you hold what I cannot. Lord, quiet the storm inside me. Take the restless thoughts that spin and slow them until they dissolve into your calmness. Let your presence become the silence that calms the noise, the warmth that soothes the ache, the light that softens the shadows. I lay before you my unseen battles, the tiredness I don't talk about, the fears I bury, the pain I swallow, the pressure I hide, the loneliness I pretend not to feel. Hold me in the way only you can, not with demands, but with compassion, not with expectations, but with love. Let your peace wash over me like warm light, filling the spaces where anxiety lives. Let it settle into my breathing, my heartbeat, my thoughts. Lord, help me release everything that is not mine to carry. Help me trust that life does not depend solely on my strength, my control, my endurance. Help me believe that rest is holy, that slowing down is sacred, that healing begins when I stop running. Tonight, I place in your hands all the things that feel too heavy, the future I cannot predict, the responsibilities that overwhelm me, the relationships I'm trying to protect, the worries that drain me, the silence that scares me, the expectations that suffocate me. Lord, let me find shelter in you. Let me find rest in you. Let me find peace in you. Let me find myself, the version of me that is loved, safe and held in you. And if tomorrow brings challenges again, remind me that I do not face them alone. Remind me that I am allowed to rest. Remind me that you walk beside me, even when I cannot feel you. remind me that peace is possible, even in the midst of noise.